the chosen one. Stop, listen not only with your ears, but with your soul. Because if this message, this moment, did not come to you by accident. God said, from now on, being rich is His responsibility. You just need to accept it. This is not an empty promise. This is a truth that was engraved in your mind before you come enter this world. From the moment your soul was breathed into life, you were destined to be part of the divine plan. A plan where wealth is no longer a burden you have to bear, but a gift from God to Buan. You have gone too long in doubt. You have been struggling too much with the fears and worries about food, money, and the uncertain future. But today, through this message, God wants you to know that it is His responsibility to open the treasury of the universe for you. Your responsibility is only to receive it with a heart full of faith. If you are feeling a strange energy flow through your body right now, if your heart is beating a beat faster, it is not by chance. It is your soul that has recognized the call, has aligned with this sacred frequency, and it is at this moment that wealth begins to flow into our reality. The chosen one, before going into this revelation, should stop and do the following 3 things. First, like the video, spread positive energy. Second, comment on the 11M1 number. This is the soul code for opening the treasure chest of riches that God has appointed for you. Third, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to officially become part of the 44,000 chosen community on the awakening journey. Listen fully with all your soul, because only the chosen ones stay until the end, and only they can open the gate that is carrying. The chosen one should remember that wealth is not just gold, silver, and money. Wealth is fullness in every way. Health, peace, wisdom, love, and all the material resources you deserve. Because your soul is not a wandering beggar of the universe, but a beloved child of God, given the right to inherit the secured treasure. Maybe you've been fooled into thinking that wealth comes at the cost of scheming, of fighting, of sleepless nights, of worry, but God said no. True wealth comes when you let go of your fears, let go of your burdens, and open yourself to His grace. There is no shortage of money in this universe. It is only because people are close-minded. It is only because minded. It is only because you once believed you were not worthy. But from now on, believe this. God has decided that from this moment on He will take care of it. You just need to open your heart, open your hands. Don't ask how to have money. Don't ask how to be full, because how is your part? Your part is simply to accept it with deep gratitude. If you choose to believe today, things will begin to change. Opportunities will come, luck will flow. Doors that seem closed will open by themselves, not by your strength but by the hand of God, the chosen one. Once you have your penned, your soul to that divine revelation, feel it clearly. From the moment you believe and accept, the flow of wealth begins. It's not loud, it's not noisy. It silently permeates every moment you live, every decision you make, every opportunity that slowly appears in your life. You must understand, the wealth that God gives does not come from human effort. It comes from His invisible hand, opening a way through what you once thought was a dead end. It comes from arrangements that the human mind cannot predict. You were afraid, you were skeptical, but today God says, let go. Stop trying to figure out how, stop asking how, just believe, receive, and walk in the leading. There are people who have stood right in front of treasure, but still let it slip away because they lacked faith, because at the decisive moment, they turned their backs. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let doubt cloud your divine calling. At this moment, the Lord is guiding you, placing His hand on your shoulder and saying, you are not alone. From now on, I will carry the burden of wealth for you. You just need to live up to that reward. The chosen one that He gives is not just for you to enjoy. It is for you to fulfill your mission, to spread light, to help others become the instruments that God uses to bring blessings to the world. Every penny, every asset you receive is not yours. It is the grace you administer on His behalf. And when you understand that, wealth will come without it. Look up, look around. The signs are there. A job door opens. A stranger sends you an opportunity. An eye decidedly lights up in your head. Don't say it's love. Don't say it's luck. It is the promise of wealth in the making. That's when you have to step up with hesitation, without hesitation, without turning back. Chosen one, you are at the very juncture between the old and the new. Everything around you will start to change. Old bonds will fall away. The burdens you thought you had to carry all your life will be lifted. But you must accept that wealth is power, and you are chosen to receive that power with gratitude and awareness. If you are skeptical, look at yourself. You are hearing these words. Your soul is in tune. There is no coincidence here. This is God's arrangement, and you are ready to step into etheric destiny that He has for you, the chosen one. Now that your soul has begun to resonate with this truth, let God's words sink into your heart. Being rich is no longer a challenge. Wealth is the rightful reward of the chosen one, and that reward is not delayed, not withheld, not hidden. It is pouring down on your life right now. Just open your arms to receive the chosen one. Do you notice? From the moment you put aside your doubts, everything around you changes. Your mind becomes brighter, your heart becomes lighter, and strange signals appear. Invitations, new ideas, seeming random coincidences are actually guidance from God. Don't ignore, don't doubt. Understand that it is God who is opening the way for you, opening the door for you to enter the treasure that He has kept for eternity. God does not promiseth. His word is truth, power, and fulfillment, and you are living proof of that truth. Remember, wealth does not come to you for being arrogant, but comes to you for carrying out the mission that He has given. Riches come so that you can be generous in giving, so that you can become a channel of grace, so that through you the light of God spreads throughout the world. The chosen one, this is not the time to retreat. This is not the time to hesitate, because at this opportunity, this judgment is only for those who are willing to step forward. He knows that wealth is God's responsibility and that receiving it is His portion. Don't look back at the poor past. Don't cling to past failures. God says, "Go, because I have destined you." Let every breath you take be an affirmation to the universe that I am ready to receive the riches He has to offer. Let every step you take be an act of faith, and let your heart be open, because only when your heart is open can the divine news flow in. At this moment, wealth is moving towards you. It is breaking down the invisible barriers that have been holding you back. It is washing away every limit that you or the world has ever placed on you. And you, the chosen one, are the rightful heir to that destiny. The chosen one. Listen deeply, because this part is a sacred reminder for you. If wealth is God's responsibility, then poverty has no reason to exist in your life. Any thought of lack, any fear of loss are thellest illusions before the light of abundance. In and right now, God is calling you out of those shadows into a new reality. The reality of abundance, prosperity, blessings. Music. Chosen one, ask yourself why you hear these words today. Because your soul is mature in order to receive it. Because you have been chosen to be a testament to God's rich power in this world. Don't let any skeptical voice in your head stop you from moving forward. Don't let any painful past experiences bind you again. Walk as though the glory He has spoken. From now on, every second and every minute you live must have the spirit of a person who has been given wealth. Do not bow your head to adversity. Don't cower in fear. Every trial is just an opportunity for you to prove your faith, to stand stronger in the blessings He has promised. And remember, wealth doesn't come from chasing after it. Riches come because you are in sync with His word. Wealth comes to you because you are ready to be His glorious instrument in the world. Open your heart, be deeply grateful. Receive with hesitation, because from the moment you truly accept, all doors will open, our resources will converge, all blessings will flow, and you yourself will walk among the world with the appearance of the chosen one. People form wealth is obvious, natural, and unchangeable destiny. The chosen one, let this truth be absorbed. No one can take away the riches that God has destined for you. No force can stop it from reaching you except your own doubt. Burn away doubt. Put your trust in His word. Wealth does not come tomorrow. Wealth begins this very moment, when you dare to accept with an unquestioning heart the chosen one. This is where you need to get serious. Wealth is no longer something you have to pursue, but a divine flow that is coming to you to fulfill the mission that God has entrusted to you. From today, stop looking for wealth outside. Stop thinking that being rich is a distant dream, because wealth is your portion, the portion that God has prepared for you. You just need to receive it with a pure heart, with infinite gratitude. The chosen one, how many times have you feared? Do I have enough strength to take care of my family? Do I have enough resources to fulfill my dreams? God said, "It is not by my strength, but by my grace." The financial burdens you once carried, the physical pressures that kept you up at night are no longer yours. God bore it. God has taken care of it for you. Your part is to live with steadfast faith, with an open heart, to let wealth flow in without being held back by fear or doubt. Every day when you wake up, remind yourself, I am living in the abundance that God has given me. I just need to be grateful, and that He leads, and you will see things start to change. A new source of income opens up. A door that seemed tightly closed suddenly opened wide. A seemingly distant financial path suddenly becomes near. Don't assume it's a coincidence. Don't think it's luck. That is the riches that God is prepared to accomplish in you. The chosen one from today. Live like a rich person. Don't say words or flack. Don't think narrowly. Don't act like a beggar. Act ashes to the sacred treasure, because it is your weakness that allows you to fulfill your mission, to help those who have lost your way, and to light the way for those who are still in the darkness of poverty. And remember, God does not give you this wealth, and then take it away. He has decided, and no power can change it. You just have to live up to that grace. A good heart, a spirit of service, a faith as strong as our riches will stay. Riches will glorify Him through your life. The chosen one, listen deeply, because this is a moment your soul needs to remember. Being rich is not to embellish your external life, but first of all to enrich yourself, will and mission that God has given you. From this moment on, look at wealth with eyes of the awakened. It is not material things that make your value, but with faith, gratitude and awareness will make wealth a blessing for everyone. Theric, chosen person that God gives, is not for you to hold tightly in your hand, like a handful of sand, that the more you hold, the more it falls. That wealth is the river of grass. When you let it flow through you to others, it will not run out, it will fill the roof. Remember, true wealth is not in the amount you own, but in the mark you leave when you use that wealth to build, to support, to pave the way of light for others. From now on, walk as one who has received wealth. Don't wait for an external sign to be blessed. The biggest sickness that your soul has awakened and depend up to receive. Let your every action, every word, every thought reflect the fullness that God has placed in you, because when you live as a rich person in consciousness, the universe will arrange your reality to match that consciousness. The chosen ones reflect on this. Judgment. Wealth is not the ultimate reward. Wealth is the beginning of the mission I give you. From today, use that rich grass to sow seeds of light, to build bridges of love, to become living witnesses to the and love of God. When you give in faith, wealth will come back to you many times over, because that is the law that God has set. And remember, don't let fear or selfishness stop wealth from, because fear and selfishness are the walls that stand between you and the blessings that are ready for you. Now, let's break down that wall. With affirmation, I receive the riches that God gives, I use it to do your will. Then wealth is no longer something you seek, but it comes to you and stays with you for life. The chosen one. Listen carefully, because this is the final revelation for you, to close your doubts and open your heart to receive fully. The wealth that God gives you is not a destination, it is a journey, a companionship, a sacred seal that He places in your life to help you walk in His light. From now on, every day you live, every action you do is a collaboration between you and God, so that wealth will continuously grow and flow. The chosen one, look deeply into a reality. What you once thought were limits, what you once thought were barriers, were actually just illusions, because when God speaks, when He decides, all barriers become meaningless, and you, the chosen one, are proof of that. The wealth He places in your hands will become a cool, refreshing river of blessing. Not only your life, but also the lives around you, drying up in poverty and despair. Don't wait for any more signs. It is the awakening of the heart, the joyful beating of the soul upon hearing these words, that is the proof that God has called, chosen, and given. Act like a receiver. Think, speak, live like a rich man whom God supports, because it is how you receive, and use that wealth that will make His name known. One of the chosen one. Every step you take, every word you speak from now on must carry the spirit of one who knows that he is rich by grace. Never bow down to poverty again. Never complain or worry again, because wealth is no longer a burden you have to find on your own. Being rich washes responsibility. He who created you and has destined you for that reward. And remember, the rich chosen one you receive is a form of worship. Because when you receive blessings with gratitude and use them to do good, you are fulfilling your mission as the chosen one in this world. From this moment on, live as one who has had enough, has been given, has been placed in trust by the Supreme Being. Wealth will never leave you again. Wealth will stay and grow with you. Wealth will testify to the truth that what God says will come to pass.